Coming up next on the Forbes.com Video Network, what's it like to drive a superboat at 140 miles an hour? More when we return.
Fabricam just canceled their order. I'm stuck with 20,000 erasers.
The system shows State College just bought 5 pallets of pencils. I'd call them.
Back on the bonus wagon.
Master the infinite dynamics of your business.
Welcome back to Adventurer, the show that features people who truly push their lives to the limits. I'm your host, Jim Clash. 140 miles an hour in a car is fast. So fast that most people will never get to experience it. But 140 miles an hour in a boat on the water, well, that's a different animal altogether. Our guest, John Carbonell, is president of Superboat International, a racing league that stages boating events where drivers regularly get up to such mind-boggling speeds. John, thank you very much for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
You know, in the intro I was talking about driving at 140 miles an hour in a race car and how fast that seems, but 140 miles an hour in a boat, that's amazing. And I know Superboat International puts on races where these drivers get up to these kind of speeds. Tell us what it's like for the racers, sort of compare it to auto racing.
Well, the difference, and probably be easier to explain, is that you're driving, you got another guy throttling, you don't have any brakes, and the race course is changing all the time, because even though you do maybe 10, 15 laps, they're different. You never know when that rogue wave is going to come and shoot you to the sky. So you're waiting for anything. The adrenaline is tremendous, not knowing what's going to happen. And that's what makes it quite a bit different.
I was down in North Carolina with fountain boats last week and with you. And as a novice, I got to drive one of the fountain superboats up to 140 miles an hour. I was doing the steering, and Reggie Fountain, of course an expert, was doing the throttle. I couldn't believe the sensation. As the sort of president of Superboat, were you nervous at all when I was doing this stuff? Did you think I could do it? And B, what were your thoughts when we finished?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't have let you do it if you hadn't passed all the tests prior to the 2 days prior to you doing it. I had a lot of confidence you being able to handle the race cars and stuff, that you could handle it. And when Reggie came back from the test runs that you all ran, said that you were capable of doing it. So we had a little discussion prior to you actually doing it.
I know one of the venues is the Hudson River in New York that you guys do. And being a New Yorker, I can't imagine how you actually were able to convince the city of New York into closing down the Hudson River to do something like this. Tell us about it. Well,
fortunately, the first race we did in New York, we did it up in the Washington, north of the Washington Bridge. And New York saw the videos, the TV show afterwards, and said, hey guys, we want you down where it's going to show the best of New York, the skyscrapers and stuff like that. So they actually asked us to come down. Actually, this is the only motor event that they could have in Manhattan. We set out our buoys, we race, and then we take down our buoys, so it's no inconvenience to the community.
And I'm sure you had to get permission from the mayor and city council, and I mean, you must have 1 million people that you have to get permission from.
We had about 300 people in the room when we did it.
And what was your first year? What was the first year you did it?
It's been 15 years. It was back in 1990, I believe, was when we first did the first race.
And this year the race was September 10th, and another year. It's pretty amazing. Just so our viewers know about how fast with the different classes of boats go. I know that it's not just one class of racing, but you have several races with higher horsepower, bigger boats. What does it range from?
We range anywhere from, I'd say, 80 miles an hour up to 140, 150. With capable speeds, maybe up to 160, but with a short run from Battery Park up to Chelsea Piers is about 3 miles, so they wind it out pretty much in them 3 miles.
You're covering that in quite a small span of time. John, I know you used to also race back in your day, and I think what you told me that the speeds were slower back then, but it was more dangerous. Tell us a little bit about how the sport has evolved in terms of safety.
Well, in safety, every year we get better and better on it, because when we do have an accident, we look at it and analyze it and try to prevent it from happening again. But in my days, we raced like from Miami to Bimini and back, No sweep boats, no medical boats, no helicopters. We're pretty much out there on our own. On a 3-mile course now, we've got 6 to 8 medical boats, plus we got 2 choppers in the air with jump paramedics. We've got trauma doctors on the race course. Up here we'll have 3 trauma doctors on the race course, so it's pretty well revolved around safety.
John, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Again, John Carbonell, president of Superboat International. I'm Forbes Adventurer Jim Clash. For more, check out my column in Forbes magazine or go to Forbes.com/adventurer. And thanks for watching the Forbes.com Video Network.